Welcome back to TECHMIMIC, where you can simply view, imitate, replicate, and get on with your day. Many will be familiar with the Device Manager on Windows, the place where you can get an overview of your hardware, the drivers used, and stop and start devices. Let's try to find a similar alternative for Linux Mint. The Driver Manager, used to install additional and proprietary drivers, could be a place to start, but it only scans the system's hardware and advises to install new drivers whenever applicable. In my case, the computer does not need additional drivers. So that's not it then. Which makes sense, of course, because the Driver Manager serves its own specific purpose. Let's try to search for other keywords, like driver, resulting in the Driver Manager once again, noting as well for the keywords devices or hardware. Maybe the system info will show something. But no, again, that's not really what we want. I will show you a graphical tool shortly, but that tool is based on the inxi tool, or inxi. According to its manual, inxi is a command line system information script that shows system hardware, CPU, drivers, kernel, processes, memory, and more. There are many options available, but the most standard inxi-b is actually very decent already. Loads of information in just a few lines, including the processor, the graphics card with its driver and version used, the network interfaces, local storage, and the internal memory. If this is already useful for you, and this is all that you are after, this might be all you need. If inxi or inxi is currently not available on your system, you can install it from Linux Mint's software manager. We can build upon inxi with a graphical tool. The one I would like to show you is called Hardinfo. Introduced as a small application that displays information about your hardware and operating system. You can install it from here in the software manager, but let me show you how to install both inxi and Hardinfo with a single terminal command instead, just for fun. Sudo apt install inxi Hardinfo. And a new entry has been added to the menu. Under the administration group, you can now find System Profiler and Benchmark. Now doesn't this look a lot like the Windows Device Manager, but now on Linux Mint. Some functionality might not be there, but an awful lot is already in here. I'm just going to click through it to give you an indication. The system summary, details about the operating system itself, users, a timestamped list of the last system boots, and much more. This is all under the computer section. Then there is the devices section, that is a graphical version of the inxi command we saw earlier, including a list of all the PCI devices in the system. The network section has everything you could possibly need, from basic to very in-depth, and the benchmark section is there for you to discover. Via the View menu, you can control the look or go straight to a specific section as well. Very convenient for creating a report of your system hardware is the functionality to generate a report. Simply select the components that you want to include in the report and then click the Generate button. In this case, I only want the devices to be included in the report. Just give the file a name and save it. You can select between an HTML file or a text file that you can later open respectively with any web browser or text editor. The status bar reads Report saved, so let's find it with the file manager and have a look. This can come in very handy indeed. With this utility, Hardinfo, aka System Profiler and Benchmark application, you won't be able to stop and start hardware devices, but you can certainly get a complete system overview with ease of the hardware devices and other details. If you happen to know about a more up-to-date utility or something that is your personal favorite, please let us know in the comments. That's it. Hope it helped, and if it did, please like the video and keep it up. Until next time, bye!